Good evening, truck and tractor pool fans. Just a little late tonight. We were chatting backstage. Uh, got some cool stuff tonight. First off, Kendra. How's Kendra tonight? See you survived Saturday.
Good. Polling is officially over.
Yes.
Had our banquet last weekend, which we're going to talk about tonight. So, gearing up for what's coming up here in about 6 weeks, and I'm not talking about Christmas. So,
Right. More
get ready
pulling.
to see a very tired Kendra for about 4 months.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. How about Dwayne?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Sure.
Did a 20-yard pour of concrete that didn't want to set up today, so I left the job and left it to the other two guys. So they were troweling concrete in a basement with floodlights strapped to their to the troweling machine. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah.
Awesome. Good deal. We got we had a banquet Saturday, but we also had a truck pull down in Easton, Maryland, Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Association, the Sure Good Truck Pool. And John Roop was nice enough to send the results over. So I'm going to go ahead and run through those real quick, and then we'll get to the banquet stuff here. But give me my other screen. Well, the screen finally decided to start working again. So, in the street semi class, these are all semi classes of that nature. Uh, Tony Denton took the win. Tony Denton's a local fellow right up the street here, right across the street from the Mason Dixon pool. Well, what was the Mason Dixon pools at the Mason Dixon Fairgrounds? Tony Denton, 361.43, taking the win. Quite, quite a commanding lead. Second, James Huber, 337.97. Third was John Spencer, 326.35. Fourth was Bradley Owens at 325.16. Fifth was Jerry O'Donnell at 317.35. Sixth was Mark Turner, 307.05. Seventh, Nelson McCall, 292.88. Some good distances here. Pretty competitive. Eighth place, Jamie Eason, 285.35. Ninth was Joshua Brown at 277.96. 10th, Benny Fuchs, Fooks, 274.02. 11th was Anthony By at 273.46. 12th, Eric Hall at 263.38. 13th was Richard Hayden, 259.19. 14th, Jamie Eason at 239.36. 15th was John Paul Harrison at 227.39. And then the remainder I'll read here, I'm going to assume were exhibition hooks. And they were Brandon McCormack, 376.04. Randy Johnson, 369.84. Walker Blankenship, 354.03. Stephen Rice was 352.24. Casey Livingood at 344.93. Casey, if he ain't pulling a semi, he's pulling antique tractors. So I've seen him at the last two antique events I was at. He was pulling a Alice Chalmers WD. Brett Spalding, 317.47. Patrick Pye, 307.78. And Ethan Beal at 293.73. Then they went to the Hot Street semi class. And taking the win is a guy I know. Haven't seen him in a while, but I've seen him at many pools over the years. Lawrence McElroy at 347.23. Good to see Lawrence still out there getting her done. Second was Stephen Rice at 343.17. Third was Randy Johnson, 334.57. Fourth, Tony Denton, 329.16. Fifth was Dane Ridenauer, 328.68. Sixth was, Brent Spalding at 321.28. Seventh, Walker Blankenship at 317.13. Eighth was Casey Livingood at 310.86. Ninth, Jerry O'Donnell at 302.55. 10th, Brandon McCormack, 301.64. 11th, James Huber at 298.24. 12th was Bradley Owens at 288.48. 13th, Patrick By, 286.08. Big classes. 14th, Richard Hayden at 279.44. 15th, Mark Turner at 276.67. 16th, Ethan Beal at 263.10. 17th, Nelson McCall, 262.41. And running out the class, 18th, Nick Babcock at 238.63. Then we went into a class of limited in Pro Street, taking the win, Demetrius Bischoff at 350.44. Second was Brandon McCormack at 290.43. Third, Dane Weidenauer, 289.99. And fourth was Brian Smith, 159.86. And then they had a tough truck class to round it out. Taking the win was Matthew Williams at 353.78. Second was Ronnie Williams at 353.56. Third, Joe Johnson, 271.19. And fourth, Randy Johnson at 262.12. So that's a pretty good day of pulling down out of these trucks. And I also mentioned there's also a show and shine over 350 trucks.
Is the sound coming through good for you, Kendra?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear him just fine.
It was warbling a little bit on my end. I don't know why.
It was what?
At the end there, it was warbling. It was like you were talking through water.
Oh, you got to define what
I'm sorry.
warbling was. Okay.
Kind of like gurgling, but warbling.
Yeah.
You're unique, Dwayne.
That was a word we used as kids. We probably made it up.
Warbling.
Sorry to throw you off track.
Wow. Warbling.
It's a bird.
But anyway, yeah, it's a sure good truck show and pull, and every year in November. I was down a couple years ago for that event, and it has definitely grown. Of course, I was on a rain event too. It was a rain out, and it got moved a week or two or something like that the year I went. So there wasn't as many trucks because of the rain date. But wow, this year, man, they knocked it out of the park. It's awesome. Is anyone going to Wasion, Ohio? I'm not. No.
Yeah, I tell you
What's
what.
pulling in Wasson?
Yeah, well, I don't. I got to go to. Didn't say.
Getting that many trucks to their truck show is a really nice truck show. It's towards the end of the year, and I think they're not
Excuse me.
not in the middle of the height of pulling season, and they must be doing an excellent job to be getting NTPA indoor pull.
National Antique Tractor. No, I can't get away right now. So, unfortunately,
I'm headed
sure it'll be a good one.
I'm headed to New York on Friday, so I won't be around.
Yeah, I have another banquet this Saturday. So, yeah. Okay. Then the other show on Saturday was the season finale for the East Coast Pro Pulling, the awards banquet, and good time, great food, good turnout of people. I was quite surprised. There was quite a few people there this year, and of course, it usually is. But I thought this year looked like it was just a little heavier in the amount of people that was there. And of course, we'll go over individual awards here shortly, and we'll. I have a video. I'm not going to. We can call out the champions, but I'm going to play the video before we do call out the champions first. Then we'll go to the individual awards, I guess. Kendra, I know you were having a good time.
You clearly didn't stick around for the end of the night then.
Yes, I did. Well, I was there until we got done playing music, and then we left. You guys just walked out.
The 3-6 class definitely had fun. I'm
sure.
All I know is I was sitting in my seat, and I turned around and looked at the Chapter 11 pulling team table, and there was like, I don't know, it was a wall of green bottles the whole way across the table. I couldn't even see past them.
Well, that was before he went back and joined all the other pullers. So the East Coast Diesel 4-wheel drive class definitely had a good time.
Oh, that's all right. You gotta unwind every once in a while.
Yeah.
And all I heard on the way home was, "I just want to sleep."
But he wouldn't sleep.
But he wouldn't go to sleep.
Oh, that's awesome.
I guess he would trust me driving the truck, but you know. I
Uh,
got
We were
a
supposed to
cold
go out to the
freeze.
pool before we left, but by the time we got loaded up, I said, you know what? For 2 hours to get
Yeah.
home, I'm leaving. It was time to go for me.
I figured that you're
Us
such a
old
big
folks
wig.
went
You
home.
would have. I figured you're such a big wig. You would have had a motel room and everything for the night.
We didn't stay last year either. We just drive out and back, just in case the
How
phone.
far of a drive is that for you?
But this
Probably not
just
terrible.
an hour and 50 minutes, maybe. Depends.
Problem
50
is, you,
or 15?
50. Well, almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours.
Okay.
so do you have to run down and catch 70 to come across, or how?
Back way. No,
Okay,
I
I
don't
was going to
touch
say
70.
it's a lot of back roads, and
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. I just 140 into Tawny
Okay.
Town and then down into Westminster, and then after that it's back roads. Yeah, get back over to Hampstead, and then from Hampstead home is back road city. It's all back roads. And
where you
that's
run high beams so you don't get deer.
correct, and you drive just a tick slower, unless you're feeling brave at night.
Mhm.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no, we had a good time.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Yeah, I was going
I-
to say, when you're sitting at your table and you got this one noisy, rowdy table nearby, and you look over and you see who it is, and you understand. So that would be
I
that would
think
be
we
team
were that.
picnic.
No, the table beside us with the hot farm champion
Yeah.
was pretty. They were pretty rowdy too,
Yeah. There's a
and
couple
so
tables.
was that light pro table a little bit
Yes.
closer.
Yeah, they were on the
So.
others. They were
Yeah,
we were
everybody
kind
definitely
of
had a
L
good
shaped
time.
around
Yeah.
us. We were
Yeah, we're surrounded by a whole bunch of crazies, and then and I
everybody had a good time. It was time to just sit back. Good
Yeah, we
fellowship.
all work hard all summer long. It's good to reward ourselves every now and again.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's tough. It gets, especially towards the end of the season, you get a lot of fair pools and stuff, and on the road
What
you
did
pull and you're
Dwayne
on the
think
road
of
home.
his
So,
first East Coast Pro Pulling Banquet?
I had a lot of fun. I got stuck with the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive guys from West Virginia, and they are quite an interesting bunch. It didn't get too out of hand, but we had a lot of fun. It's you never know who your table mates are going to be, and so that was interesting. I thought it was a well run banquet and everything. Yeah, it was very interesting.
who was the quietest one at the table?
When she was sitting at the table, I don't know. Definitely not.
She talked more than I did.
Definitely not Brad.
No, Brad was on a roll.
Not Brad. Was
Scotty
that
Harlow was pretty quiet.
was
the other
it-
side of you.
Scotty was pretty quiet, but we had a good conversation. Yeah.
That's good.
Was that Kathy's daughter that was sitting next to
Yes.
Scotty?
Tara. Yeah.
No, I would say, yeah, probably Scotty.
Yeah, he was
Probably
quiet.
Scotty.
You can't count me. I wasn't there much. I was like back and forth.
Yep.
Yep,
was
it's a
fun.
good time. Good time.
A lot
sure.
of fun.
How do we want to do this?
So anyway,
mean-
Kendra, did you have to take a hangover? Did you have to get a hangover cure together for Norm the next morning?
No, I forced him to drink water and Gatorade on the way home, and I think he did pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, Brian, we were not quiet.
It got a
They
little-
were not quiet.
It got a little bit out of hand at the end. I think at the end there was like 3 bottles sitting in front of him in a row, and I was like, "You poor guy! If you got to drink all of that when you're in this shape, it's going to hurt a little bit."
Something's wrong.
Oh
What?
yeah, that's
He actually
me.
typed.
That's me.
Typed out a sentence instead of a thumbs up.
I
Hold
know.
on. Did it
We
go?
left that big of an impression. No, we're not talking about you, Dwayne. We're talking about Brian Morrison. Because he typed out he put 5 words in the chat.
Oh, no thumbs up. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No thumbs.
As soon as
Yeah,
you said,
we were definitely, so that just tells you right there.
I don't know if he was there for the end. If he didn't see the way end, then he didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah, Brian was there even when we went into the pool and everything. Brian,
Oh, he was.
I think Brian and them stayed. Yeah,
You went into the pool after we left.
we didn't leave until almost 1 o'clock in the morning.
Woo.
I was almost home by then.
Oh,
I got home at 2:30. Yeah,
We pulled in here at 10 after 1. Yep.
wow.
Wow.
Okay.
yeah.
That's
You
why I
didn't
didn't
stick
hang
around
around.
till the end.
I got home around 1:15. All I know is it was below freezing by the time I got home.
It was pretty chilly.
Yeah.
Brian just got hooked on That's hilarious.
We just left that big of an impression.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Anyway, I'll tell you what real quick. I'm going to go ahead and play the Champions video that I put together. I don't know if you've seen it on our YouTube channel or on Facebook. Some people say they didn't get a notification for that, unfortunately. But who knows? They're probably throttling my page again. So, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play it now. It's like 6 minutes or so long. So, and it is all the champions and non copywritten music to go along with it. So you won't hear the vehicles run. It's just background music. So we'll go ahead and play that for you real quick. Then we'll come back and get to the good stuff and we'll crack on somebody. I don't know. Let's see what we got. If it's too loud, just leave me a message and I'll turn it up or down or whatever it needs to do. If it's too loud, I'll turn it up. That made sense, doesn't it? Here we go. Okay. That was your 2024 East Coast Pro Pulling Champions. Did you check out the shirts that Lenny and Jason had on?
I did.
Yeah.
I truly
T-shirts.
thought that was like planned. I didn't realize that neither
Yeah.
of them knew the other one had it. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Cool deal.
He's the champ of the finger. That's pretty neat. But, yeah, man, good stuff. Good stuff. You even had a pickle truck in there. How about that?
I know that dang on pickle truck, man.
That pickle truck's been winning champions all over.
Yeah, it's how many now? It's quite a bit. I forget how many championships he's got.
Well, if you count the year he tied with John Mans,
Yeah,
and the 2020 year, he has 9.
9
Nice.
championships. Wow, that's awesome.
That means he probably has a whole room at his place dedicated just to trophies and plaques.
He is the most humble person I know, and I think he has a couple displayed, but not many, So
Right.
Yes.
I can't blame you.
It's all
That's
about
awesome.
the adrenaline rush.
So anyway, they also after the class placings and awards were given out, we had what we call the special awards, and some awards have come and gone over the years, but this year we'll start with the Grace and Johnny Blank Award, and that's the Johnny Blank family, which is well known Frederick, Maryland area, Heart of Maryland pullers. Sorry.
You just got a message that the volume was too high and now you can't turn it down.
No. When did you send that?
I didn't. I was just joking. I'm sorry.
No. Kendra sent a picture.
Oh, I sent that before we even came on.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's somebody else. I'm sorry. I didn't see it till now. Anyway, I'm sorry. The Grace and Johnny Blank Award, which is basically pool family of the year, that went to the Morrison family. Of course, that's Brian Morrison, Nick Morrison, Danny Morrison, and Danny's mom and dad. And of course, she does a lot of video work too on Facebook and stuff for the East Coast. So it's a pretty cool deal. Well deserved award there. The next award is the Gary W. Mills Award, and I've won that twice. But well deserved this year. And when I got shown the award prior to the event starting Saturday night, I'm like, man, that's really cool. And Mike Walker won that award. Mike Walker, will do some teching here and there, but mostly, obviously, does a lot of filming for me. And but that's not the part of the award. When everybody's out, doing stuff, preparing for the event, he's on the track, putting banners out, lining the track, measuring the track out, stuff, et cetera, doing stuff, loading the trailer, unloading the trailer, and he received the
Helping
Gary
with
Mills
tech
Award, which is Person of the Year.
And he helps with tech and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so versatile person, and Mikey, I think he's still on cloud
Still in
9. I
shock.
talked to him a little while ago, and he said he's still on cloud 9. He can't believe it. So,
Well, good for him. That was awesome to see him get that award.
yep, absolutely.
Anyway, I have a little question for you, JR. That award was presented by Eastern Extreme Polling, and Eastern Extreme Polling, or JR, got that award twice. Did you present it to yourself that time?
No, that was presented by other people.
I was just kidding.
Yeah, I won it. The first time was 2002 and 2011. I got it. So.
Did you see that? He just looks up on his shelf right above his computer where he has all his awards hanging, right?
I can't see them because they're back against the wall. But they're up there. I got a Dragon Motorsports Award, a couple of them up there.
Dragon Motorsports, that's
one-
in Virginia.
Way back, yeah.
Way back when.
Way back. But
Nice.
then Rookie of the Year was Roger Tapscott. He was driving all season with the Tasmanian Terror 2 modified 4x4 truck. His overall record for 2024. got him Rookie of the Year. Had a very solid year. Good driver, good young driver, and of course that's Wayne Tapscott Senior's grandson, and Wayne Tapscott the second. That's his son. So, and the second took over driving Senior's truck this season. So,
Was
Pops,
that
Everybody
as they
saved
say,
up one.
yeah, Pops got to just sit back and do some crew chiefing, and
mhm. Was he the one that thanked his grandpa for finally letting him into the driver's seat?
yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. Then we had the Mr. Teen, Mrs. Teen Grease Monkey Award. Dylan Moore, daughter of Kelly and Davy Moore, got that award. And I'll tell you, Dylan is in the shop at home, which we don't see him there, but in the pits, he's with mom and dad and helping wherever he can, doing whatever he can. That's a well-deserved award for Dylan. And let's see, there's a Behind the Hook Award presented by Ray Kaufman. And that went to Kevin and Kelly Windsor. Of course, unfortunately, Kevin had very early breakage early in the season, and cost him the season not being able to pull. But Kelly helps in the trailer with registration and stuff or wherever, and of course, Kevin, he flagged and just helps wherever. Did some driving for Ray Norris on the second tractor as well, and Mike Mills was also a recipient for a Behind the Hook Award. So, and we all know Mike Mills is. I probably shouldn't say anything. Mike Mills got a big fight on his hands with his health, and it was good to see Mike Saturday night. Shook his hand and had some good conversation with him. So spirits are high. Just everybody, just say a little prayer. Keep a prayer. Even if you don't pray, just keep Mike in your thoughts. So far, so good. We just want to get him healthy and get him back out being super ornery instead of just ornery again. So, but
Yeah, close that door.
Yeah, and then Hooker of the Year, which is presented by Joan and Andy Keene, and that went to Matt and Mark Smith and Shane Scott, Light Pro team, for their many miles traveled. Helping other pullers out, et cetera, along the way if they're broke down the road. She gave quite a speech for that, for both the awards and all the awards actually. So it was pretty cool stuff. I believe that was it for individual awards, if I remember correctly. We used to have a slew of them. But,
the other, well, I guess it wasn't really an award. On the
Duante Beast Award.
The awards presentation, the 100% Club was part of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can go through all that stuff, but I don't have those.
I have that in front of me.
Go ahead. Help yourself.
You want to go for it?
Go ahead.
Vehicles
I have the book in front of me, but go ahead.
Oh, you do? Okay.
You can
Vehicles that attended every hook offered in their class in 2024. Modified forward trucks recognized home wrecker Will Hitchcock, going AWOL, Kevin Abshire and George Abshire. Tasmanian Terror 2, Roger Tapscott. High Anxiety, Wayne Tapscott II. In the modified tractors, it was Radial Reactor with Len Brookhart. Never Satisfied, Jason McKenzie. Pro Stock four-wheel drive trucks, Tenacious, driven by Kathy Jewell. Cash Only, driven by Brad Roy. And Untamed Horses with Scotty Harlow. The semi-trucks, the Scrapper with Hank Oster. Pressure Time, Dave Greek. Back in Black, Albert Brown. And Inconvenience with Jerry Martin and Matt Hurst. In the modified tractors, it was the Shed Shaker, driven by Brian Morrison. Betting on Green with Alan Lynch. Toxic, Nick Morrison. Weapon X, Luke Gladhill. The East Coast four-wheel drive trucks, Chapter 11, Norm Newswanger, Barter Turbo with James Barter, Outlaw, Kervin Zimmerman, Living on the Edge, driven by Carl Ankowitz, and Twisted Addiction, Tom Hassler, and the Super Pro tractors, One More Deer with Davey Moore. That was all of them.
Okay. The book I'm looking at doesn't have the 2024s listed. That's weird.
It is,
unless I'm looking on the wrong page.
I think it was like all the way towards the back, wasn't it?
It's the third. It's the fourth page. So if you're paging through after the cover, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right after the special awards.
There we go. Okay. That makes sense. Good. But I guess we'll go ahead and run down the points deal anyway for the classes. Modified four-wheel drive trucks. Obviously, points champion Will Hitchcock with the home record Ford. Total in his. Oh, I'm sorry, 608 points. Second was Roger Tapscott, or I'm sorry, Wayne Tapscott the second, with high anxiety at 588 points. Third was Roger Tapscott with the Tasmanian Terror 2 at 578. After that would have been Kevin and George Apshire with Gone AWOL at 568. That was fourth. Fifth, Troy Nails with Killing Time at 446. Sixth was Michelle Abshire with Split Decision at 430. Seventh, Wesley Keys with Black Ice, 223. And running out the class, 161, Linda Ziegler after some breakage with the Iron Butterfly, unfortunately. They might have made half the season before they broke. So, Hot Farm Tractors. And then I'll step out of the way and let Dwayne or somebody read it. Points champion, Doug Heyman. And that's the Bulls binder at 817 points. Second was Brian Morrison, who's a past champion, with the Shed Shaker at 812 points. Third was Nick Morrison with Toxic at 792. Fourth was 738 points, Alan Lynch with Betting on Green. Fifth was Luke Gladhill with the Weapon X at 714. Sixth, Ray Norris with Pack and Heat at 558 points. Seventh was 440 points for Mike Moreland with the Digging Deep International. Eighth was 404 points, Paul Richardson with Venomous. Ninth, the Cables, Tyree and Mark Cable at 403 with After Hours 2. And then we had Nelson Harding with his Ford at 373. Ray Norris, and I'm going to also include Kevin Windsor in there as a driver on the well-armed John Deere at 320 points. 318 points, Dave Doherty next with the Buzzard Bait. And running out the class was Ben Dixon with the Problem Child at 235 points. You want to go from there, Dwayne? You following along?
Yeah. Going back to the Ray Norris thing, when I was flagging that Hot Farm class, that tractor came down the track with geez, now I'm having a brain fart. Boy, I tell you what, I am super bad, just brain farting out with Kevin Windsor driving.
Yes.
And Kevin was stuck in that roll cage. He looked like he was in a painful position. He was in there.
Yeah, there's a bit of a size difference between Kevin and Ray Norris. But, Kevin got in there and got the job done.
Yep. I shouldn't make fun of him, but he looked like he was having a blast.
Oh, yeah.
The next class, maybe we should let Kendra do it.
I don't have my booklet.
She doesn't
The next class is the East Coast Diesel 4-wheel drive trucks, and coming in first in points is Norm Newswanger with Chapter 11. He had 655 points. In second place was James Barter with the Barter Turbo Ford. He had 645 points. Third place was Tom Hassler with a Twisted Addiction Ford. He had 635 points. And fourth was Carl Ankowitz with Living on the Edge. He had 631 points. In fifth place was Kervin Zimmerman with the Outlaw. He had 601 points. And in sixth place was Jeremy Denson with 2 Disturbed. He had 573. Keep going.
To do the next
Sure.
All right. The next class is modified tractors. In first place was Len Brookhart and Jason McKenzie, both coming in with 441 points. Len Brookhart with the Radial Reactor and Jason McKenzie with the Never Satisfied. And in third place was Philip Jones with the Attitude Adjuster at 368. Next class up was the Light Pro Stock Tractors. Coming in first place was Jeff Michelocci with Demented. He had 190. In second place was Howard Meredith and Jamie Hall with Meredith's Agitator. He had 184 points. In third place was Matt Smith with Faster Forward. He had 144 points. In fourth place was Shane Scott with Black and Blue. He had 142 points. And in fifth place was Ray Belak with Rage and Red at 90 points. And next up, Limited Pro Stock Semi Trucks. Coming in first place was Dave Greek with Pressure Time. He had 615 points. In second place was Hank Oster with the Scrapper. He had 611 points. Third place was Jerry Martin with Inconvenience at 605 points. Fourth place was Albert Brown with the Back and Black Mac. He had 583 points. In fifth place was Dale Malinzak with Big Mo. He had 319 points. And in sixth place was Hank Oster with Geronimo at 45. Next class up was the Super Stock Pro Stock Tractors. Coming in first place was Davey Moore with One More Deer at 386 points. Second place was Davey Moore and Tara Brittner with More Agitation at 286 points. And third place was Tom Bedgar with the Patriot at 226 points. What's up?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I hear the warbling again.
We'll take the Bedgar over what I've heard him called.
Oh,
Badger
Bedgar.
too. Tommy
Bedgar.
Badger. I've heard that too.
I don't know. Maybe that's the Pennsylvania Dutch way of saying it.
Bedgar.
Bedgar.
He's been called worse. Trust me.
In fourth, In fourth place was Chris Hoyt with a Nutcase at 185. In fifth place was Chris Hoyt with Stress Case at 139. And in sixth place was Kevin Windsor with a 6-shooter at 92.
One to go.
And one to go. The
One more
last class. Pro Stock
favorite
four-wheel drive
class.
trucks. Yes, for sure. Coming in first place was Kathy Jewell with driving Tenacious. She had 294 points. And second place was Brad Broy with Cash Only, had 288 points. And in third place was Scotty Harlow with driving Untamed Horses. He had 278 points.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Good stuff. And that was a rookie class for us this year. That was the first year for that. And they'll be back next year. Hopefully they can pick up a few trucks.
Those guys were pretty optimistic that they have more guys coming over. There was a couple of guys that weren't quite sure what it was all going to turn out to be and didn't sign up. So hoping to have a couple of more in that class next year.
I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a step back in time here to some of these other awards. I want to go back to the first year established would be the year 2000. Okay, for most of these. Wow. Brings back a lot of memories. 2000, the Johnny Blank Award went to the Jamie Vance family. They ran the Mountaineer modified 4x4 truck. The Gary Mills Award went to, in 2000, went to Linda Wilson, who used to run East Coast Series back in the ATPA days. Of course, Ricky Alexander used to pull, and he had an unfortunate accident that took his life. And 2005 was the first year, and what they did, his family did the Most Improved Puller of the Year in the modified 4x4 truck class. And ironically, in 2005, the first award went to Dean and Greg Hitchcock. which is our current champion.
Mhm.
That's his brothers. That's Will Hitchcock's brothers. And John Connors Award, another person that we lost, who was the crew chief for Tommy Beggar for many, many years. In 2008, John Connors Memorial Award went to Robbie Campbell of the six-shooter team with Kevin Windsor. Pretty cool stuff. Champions that year in 2000, Temple Brizendine, modified 4x4 trucks. Let's see. Two-wheel drive trucks with Sabrina Stockett Reed with the Mischief Maker. And we all know, I guess, would it have been the Mischief Maker back then? 2000. It might have still been the C cab. I can't remember. Mike Walker, if you're still in here, you can tell me. He's like a walking encyclopedia. Stuff. I forget more than I can. Super Stock Pro Stock Tractors in 2000. Frank Arts with a Pro Stock called Red. Modified Tractors, Kendra, year 2000. It's from your neck of the woods in Pennsylvania there. Poor Boys Express. Triple Chevy.
I was trying to think. I was like, man, I was actually thinking when you said Frank Arts one in 2000, that tractor is still running to this day.
Yep, Antrim Tantrum.
As Antrim Tantrum.
Yes,
Nice.
Yeah, Leon Horst and the crew in 2000, the modified points champion with Poor Boys Express. And then we look at the East Coast Diesel four-wheel drive trucks. 2008 was the first year for them. Liddell Weaver took the points championship that year. Limited Pro Stock Semi Trucks 2014 was the first year for that. Philip Price and Kirk Noble took the point series, and Philip Price is part of that Antrim Diesel.
Antrim Tantrum.
Yep, Antrim Tantrum. 1999 Rookie of the Year. Wow, they had quite a list here. Bobby Sisk, Mike Thomas, Alan Moat, David Franklin, and Patrick Garst. Wow. In the year 2000, Randy Devon with the Rig Gear Farmer. Yep. And back then, we were giving away Mechanic of the Year all the way up until the last year. Mechanic of the Year was 2019. Mike Mills received the very last Mechanic of the Year. Billy Revel in 1999. Earl Howard in 2000. Ralph Wilson 2001. Josh Martin 2002. 2003 was Dan Savage. 2004 Jody Hammond. 2005 Mike Ziegler. John Gulick in 06. Kenny Wolford in 07. Davey Moore in 08. And on and on and on. Jason McKenzie won it in 2010. Joe Kramer in 09. Then Brooke Hart in 2013. Jimmy Kendall in 2014. Of course, we lost Jimmy, too, to a tragic traffic accident, unfortunately. 2015, Chris Nolt. James Barter in 2016. Kevin Abshire 2017. Brooks Major in 2018. Of course, Mike Nolt 2019. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah, year 2000, King Grease and Dirt Monkey Award. Zachary Vance of the Mountaineer four-wheel drive truck and Amanda Stoner. They were pretty young back then. Yeah, they were pretty young back then. 2007 Hooker of the Year. There was none. 2008 I started giving out. Robert Martin with That Darn Deer took it the very first year. Pulling Team of the Year in 2007 was the Willie Mater pulling team or Brian McDonald. Pretty cool stuff. Sportsman of the Year. 2012, the very first Sportsman of the Year was Brian McDonald. 2012, okay. Pretty neat stuff. Then we used to have Pullers of the Year back then in the year 2000. Charmaine Clark and modified four-wheel drive. Two-wheel drive trucks in 2000 was Bob Zundel, Still City Shaker. Frank Arts and Super Stock Pro Stock. Modified tractors was Nancy Howard Weller at the time. Yep, still is. Let's see. Hot Rod Semi Trucks started in 06. Dana Lindsay with Red Hot and Rolling, and then the diesel trucks, Jeremy Denson in 08 was Puller of the Year.
That was his first year out, I think.
Yeah, that was the first year for the class too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty cool stuff. Hot Rod Semi Trucks 2006 to 2017. 2006, Tom Lindsay was the points champion. And if you don't know who Tom Lindsay is, wow. Just think of a cab over Kenworth, twisted like a pretzel coming up the track. That's Tom Lindsay.
That truck was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I remember standing.
So was Tom. Don't let him tell you any different.
I remember standing at the wall on the pit side at the end of the wall, getting a video of the truck come flying down through, and something stuck and it ran away. And it's already an insane truck. And then with the runaway yet, and he had all those big rain flappers on the outside that were pitched straight out. And when he shut that thing down, they all flapped down and the old thing, and it finally died. I was like, holy smokes. I thought that thing was going to blow up.
Yeah. What do we need to read, Craig? My goodness. Did you do any pulling? I'll show it down below the screen. But Craig, as into the media stuff as you are, you need to start a channel. I'm not trying to shun you away. I'm just saying you should try your own channel. But he does a lot of stuff, posts a lot of stuff. Let's see here. Hi guys from Marietta, Ohio, Swamp Stock Mobile. This past Saturday was great. It's hard to read. I'm going to switch back to RC for some racing Saturday at 5 p.m. Good deal. And yes, sure good pool we just went over on Saturday, so it's pretty good deal. Thanks for that.
Anyway, we went over all the pullers and stats from years past, but you forgot one list.
Oh my goodness, what did I forget?
You forgot the list of all the people that worked for East Coast this year.
You could do that.
I got it right here, ready to go.
How about it?
These are the people that actually make all of this happen. Mm-hmm. Bill Grove, Scott Jones, Ed Preston, Gloria Smith, Wayne Achenbach, Tara Brittner, Judy McKimmey, Jennifer Jenkins, Mary Jones, Joan Keene, Andy Keene, Brad Montgomery, Tina Moore, Mikey Mills, J.R. Richardson.
How about that clown, huh?
John Smith, Chad Stover, Mike Walker, Earl Walker, Kelly Windsor, Kevin Windsor, and Nick Zankowitz. That was it.
You were close.
Zankowitz.
Yeah.
All right. My Polish ain't
Bill
quite
Grove
on
is
cue.
the head tech emeritus, is like however you pronounce that word. Yeah. Scott Jones is our actual head tech. But, Bill Grove retired a couple years ago. He's put it all down and said, I've had enough. He's enjoying life, Bill's probably 70 now, I guess. If not, he's getting real close. He might be getting close to 71. But
that being said, one of these days we'll have to do the nostalgia show again and bring Bill back on.
We are bringing him on. I was twisted on Mike Mills a little bit Saturday night about coming on. I said, you can use a cell phone. He's like, oh, you can? I said, yeah, it's real simple. Love to get him on. Mike Ziegler, Bill Grove, and David Blaylock, brothers.
David Blaylock is in the house.
David Blaylock is in the house. Brother Blaylock. How are you, buddy? Looks like all your bad stormy weather went away. He was on for about 5 minutes last night on our other show, and boom, he was gone the rest of the night. They had high winds, and electric was in and out. He lives out in Oregon.
Lives on the left coast, actually the blue coast. It might be the red coast now, but it was the blue coast.
Still the blue coast. Trust me, he let me know all about it. He wasn't happy. He was not. But yeah, I'm going to go back. We'll do that. And I'm good. It's still blowing 70+ mile an hour winds out there. That's insane, man. Wow. Would you consider that like the Santa Ana style type winds, David?
It's getting redder.
Yeah. We're not going to talk politics, but yes.
Hope
country's
everybody
getting
understands what that means.
The whole country's getting wetter. But anyway, redder.
I've seen some exciting stuff in the news today.
I'm going to bring this back up and read down all those award lists in the next, if we get time, on the next classic show, look back show, oldie show. It's no storm surge off the ocean. Okay. Yeah, Santa Ana, I think, is California stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah. But we're at 54 minutes. We don't, everybody, I don't know about y'all. I'm tired. Them boys kept me up. I think we were live for over almost 3.5 hours, something like that last night.
Wow.
And then boys get to talking. I just sit back, shut my mouth, and let them roll. But
I don't know.
do a good job.
I somehow got to be a part of the group text for the East Coast class. No idea how that happened, but it's pretty exciting. Everybody today was all fired up about next year, and like we said, Kervin and Barter had some issues down in Georgia, so they were all kind of talking about what their plans are for next year, and have some pretty strong commitments for new trucks for next year.
Yes.
And I think we're pretty excited. Awesome. So it's not even a whole week after the banquet, and we're already talking about next year, which is super exciting.
Fantastic. Yep.
Yep. So be on the lookout. I think there's going to be a couple new setups coming up next year.
Yeah, there's going to be some new vehicles. Yep.
Yep, going to be an exciting year coming up next year.
It's going to be
some could possibly be some more if everybody gets their parts. I think there's some being held up by some different things, but hopefully that all pans out.
Yeah, it will.
Well, that's good. If that class is fired up about next year, I'm sure the other classes are doing the same thing.
Yeah, we hope. I know there's some people stepping up out of one class to another. I'm not going to go into it here. When it happens, then we'll talk about it. But yep,
that is cool.
Good things are on the horizon. So, and of course, whenever it's made publicly available, definitely talk about it here. Until then, I ain't talking till it's in black and white. And
yep.
I get the okay. Other than that, I'm not saying anything. So,
yeah, we don't want to jump the gun.
That's right.
We don't want to put somebody on the spot.
That's correct. But definitely gearing up, ready to go for 2025 already. What's Kendra? What's the Midwest Winter Nationals looking like? Have you seen anything about that or heard anything about it? Or
I know that they have. I know a lot about the truck pulling side. 3.0 class is full. There's going to be 20, I think they said.
Okay.
2.6 class is filling up, and just received word today that they're looking to put a 3.6 class in on Saturday night as well. Have I think 6 people committed, and they're looking for a couple more. I think there was 2 or 3 strong possibilities. A couple of our guys out here, questioning whether or not they're going to have their parts back in time. Because believe it or not, that's like 6 weeks away, 7 weeks away.
Just when you get a breather, it's time to go again.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's going to be exciting. I did kind of briefly look at the lineup today when I was looking for something else, and it's full, but man, Clint Tucker knows how to get just about anything filled up. So it is going to be a Cloverdale this year. So I think a lot of people are excited about that. Huge long track, good dirt out there, established dirt. So everything should be good to go there. Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. I think we'll touch on it more. January, actually, it's 2 months away. In 2 months, it'll all be done. January 9th through the 11th, 6 huge full sessions, and a fantastic live stream. So I'll definitely be buying the live stream and looking, especially since that 3.6 class is out there.
So hold on a minute. You're saying
really
that Chapter 11 is not signed up?
Huh?
You're saying Chapter 11 is not signed up.
3.6 turbo class, Dwayne.
Oh, well, he could. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sure by that time of the year, I know. I ain't saying anything, but there is.
I am at liberty to make comment on said accusation there.
Doesn't matter about accusations. I'm just saying signing up. I'm sure.
Well, he would leave behind one very, very sad pickle princess if he went pulling in Cloverdale, which might be motivation for him to go anyway. So
what's the problem? Now you're saying you can't make it. Tax season.
I can't go anywhere in January. Not with all the 1099s and W-2 stuff that I do.
No.
Yeah. I think I wouldn't have a job waiting on me if I left to go to Indiana for a couple days.
Green tractor question here real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you real quick. Davey Moore was points champion in the Super Stock Pro Stock class. And his son Dylan Moore also won the Mr. Teen Grease Monkey Award. Those were your John Deere awards. John Deere vehicle owners.
He said John Deere. I thought he said green. I was going to say Chapter 11's green.
Yeah. Yep. I hope we're not forgetting anything from Saturday night. A lot of door prizes, a lot of Chinese auction stuff, and it's pretty cool stuff too. Pretty cool stuff was won.
Yeah,
I got a $50 gift card to Texas Roadhouse. I'm happy.
Yeah, wow.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Brad Broy told me he'd give it to me if I brought their class into Beast of the East. I'm like, easy now. That's bribery.
Those guys, they're ready to travel. They're ready to come run. So
I know.
Hopefully they pick up a couple trucks, but yeah, they're serious. They're ready. They're ready to rock and roll. So.
Yeah, I put a couple of shekels out to see if I could win a free membership for the year, but I missed that part by 3 numbers.
Is that Narvin talk?
Yeah, for sure.
Man, we tried for everything. I think I bought tickets for dang near everything. Free membership, the 5 gallons of fuel, raffles 50-50. I'll take a $50 gift card to Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, Cable's won the 5 gallon fuel. Yeah.
Cable's. I think I know who got the 50-50.
Yes.
Jeff Michelacci, that lucky son of a gun.
Yes.
But I think he won it last year too.
Yeah. He donated that money back to a local charity.
He did?
Yes, he did.
Oh,
he
cool.
donated that money.
Good for him.
Back. And,
he's awesome.
I made an announcement there at the between songs that he was the winner and donated it back to a cancer society. American Cancer Society, I think, is where the money went. It's $400 and some dollars.
Yeah,
it was like 425 or 405 or something like that.
It was in the 400s, but he did donate 100% of it back. So, good for him.
I was trying to remember who got the memberships. Maybe that's not important.
Memberships, yeah, I remember.
Albert Albert Brown?
One of them.
Albert Brown got one of them, and Hank. Both of them went to
semi truck drivers, man.
Yeah,
I think it was both semi truck drivers.
Hank and Albert Brown. Yep.
I remember Albert walking up there, and then Hank came up after the fact.
How about that? Cool deal.
Yeah,
all right.
It was a good night.
Yeah, great time. I guess we got to start looking at guests here soon. Start getting some guests on here to talk to us, and video shows for the wintertime. So as far as results and anything else to do with that, we're going to take a break from that because there's no pulling. We'll probably do a little coverage from Snyder County next week. I'll get one of the boys to come on with us. And we'll go over Snyder County's banquet this coming Saturday, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. And we're going to start, like I say, we'll start digging and looking for guests and get some video shows put together too. So we're here. We'll be here all winter long. If we ain't talking, we'll be showing videos. So keep us in tune. Like, subscribe, share. It's free. It don't cost you a dime. And make sure you ring the bell for notifications so you come on and watch some videos or listen to Kendra talk or whatever. So, but we'll be here. We'll be here all winter long. We'll try to be here every week. So, Lord willing. That's all I have for tonight. That wraps up pulling so far. We got one more night and a little bit of talking for this weekend's banquet. So the rest of it's guests, and we'll do video, I guess.
Yep.
And we do a nostalgia show coming soon too. That's coming very soon, I think. So we'll make that happen, Mr. Duane.
Yep. I always enjoyed the nostalgia show.
Yep.
Yep.
I do that really loud here. Reed Timmer does that. If you ever watch Reed Timmer live when he's chasing,
Is that where we got it?
I love it, man. That is so hilarious. Listen to him to drive on. You just go, yep. You know. Well, I do it really loud in here, and Cindy is ready to wring my neck sometimes. Scares her to death.
Scares the cats.
Oh yeah. They get their attention real quick.
Oh man.
All right, enough goofing. Kendra's tired. I can see she's tired. Tax season is upon her almost. Won't be long.
We're planning right now. Everybody wants their tax planning. Know how much money they still need to spend.
Yeah, they're running out of time to spend. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are going to have good Christmases. Spend that money.
Yeah, how much money am I giving to my employees for a bonus?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Country's doing good. Country's going to get better. Pulling's going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
All across the board, all across the United States. So,
too bad I didn't have money. Too bad I didn't have money invested in Tesla.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
guy's making a killing.
Hey, richest man in the world. Now he's got a position too.
Yeah,
he pointed today.
See what they do with it.
Yeah,
it's an unofficial position, but hopefully they clean house.
Their money's smart.
There you go.
They'll find out where money's being wasted and get it straightened up. So
I think they have a pretty good idea what they're looking for.
Again, we're talking politics.
Yep. Anyway.
Yep.
Pulling's awesome.
I love pulling. It's been in my blood since 1975. So,
oof. That was almost black and white era.
Thanks.
Color film was just being introduced
did they pull in
back
color
then
or black and white?
Wow. Help me out over here, you old timers. Never mind, there's none in chat. There's no old timers in chat. All right.
No.
We're going to call it. We'll see you next Wednesday with the follow-up banquet recap from Snyder County and whatever else. If you're a puller and you watch this and you don't mind a little bit of, you don't have to turn your camera on. Just come on and talk. We would gladly. You want to talk?
No, there was a white spot flashing in my background, and I was trying to figure out what it was coming from. I'm sorry.
Disappear usually. No, it's not doing it tonight.
Right above the B on Beast of the East, there was a white spot flickering.
That's weird. Okay. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you, chat. And we'll be back next week, 8 p.m. Lord willing. Until then, Kendra. You can't go without the Kendra wave.
Yep.
There it was. Now he's getting ready to do it. Adios, people. Next time.
See ya.